everyone, so today I'm going to be talking all about my internship and how I found it and what I'm doing and all of that sort of thing. I'm going to cover everything that I can think of to do with my internship. I just wanted to give a quick disclaimer before I start talking properly in this video, but it's currently 30 degrees outside and I am in the hottest room. I can't have any of the windows open because it's too noisy outside, and it just means that I'm slowly melting. So if you see me getting shinier and shinier throughout this video, that is why. Also, it's so typical that the weather is this nice during the time I have my internship. I just think that is typical. Like, I'm working 9 till 5 and the weather has been beautiful every single day I've been working so far, which is very frustrating when you're sat in an office. But yeah, let me start from the beginning on how I kind of got my internship. So I actually applied, I think back in April. It was during the Easter break that I applied. So I was just scrolling through Indeed, like the website Indeed. I'll link it down below, it's not sponsored. But I was just scrolling through looking at jobs. I was like browsing as if you would do on like Facebook or something. I wasn't actively looking for anything, but I was just seeing if there was anything in the area that I live in at home, because even though we're kind of close to a lot of big places, and they're not really like walking distance, so I could get a bus to a lot of places, but ideally I wouldn't want to have to pay for bus fares. So I was looking to see if there would be anything walking distance from where I lived. So I was just having a little bit of a browse and I came across this internship that was a 20-minute walk from my house, and it was a marketing internship, which was something that I was definitely interested in. Like I said, I wasn't like actively looking for anything. I hadn't typed in marketing internship. I was just browsing the jobs and stuff in my area, and then I came across it and it just sounded so up my street. I couldn't believe it. I was literally like, this internship was made for me. It was doing social media, it was like helping the marketing executive or the marketing person at that company, kind of being their assistant and just learning all stuff to do with marketing, which is just something that I thought I might like enjoy. Never done anything like it before, but I just thought, you know what, I think this would be something I would enjoy, let's apply. So the application process for my internship was very simple. I did it through the Indeed website, and to do that I think I had to attach my CV, and then I also had to write like a little cover letter. So I wrote a little cover letter, spoke about doing stuff with VegSock, I spoke about this YouTube channel. I was really trying to find anything that was sort of marketing related, because I've not had any jobs in that area at all. I've worked in cafes and bars, which doesn't really have transferable skills to an office, so to say. So I spoke a lot about this channel because YouTube is like marketing in a sense, and wrote a little cover letter. It was really short. I think they specified a number of words, but it was quite small. It wasn't like a massive essay or anything like that. And I applied, and on the website it said it was a 10-week internship and you got paid £300 a week, and you had to be from a specific university. It was a graduate internship and you had to be from, and there was like a list of a whole bunch of unis, and Exeter was on there. So I was like, great, this is literally made for me. This is my opportunity to get into the big wide world of jobs and that sort of thing. So I sent that application off, and then I looked on their website and I saw that they also had the same internship up on their website, but it said it was a 2-week internship, which really confused me because I was like, someone's got it wrong, because the descriptions were the exact same for both, and I was like, I'm sure Indeed must have just put the wrong numbers and it's only a 2-week, not a 10-week. But it made me panic, so I then sent the exact same kind of cover letter and my CV to the email address on their website, just in case there was something wrong with the Indeed application. I just panicked and I applied basically twice. So that is kind of how I applied, and then I didn't really hear back from them for a while. Actually, thinking about it now, I didn't apply during Easter. I think I applied the beginning of March time, because it was then I heard back from them during Easter, so like mid-April I think it was. I have no idea with dates, but it was probably about 6 weeks after I'd applied that I had heard anything back from them. So I had just assumed I hadn't got it. I thought I might have applied too late, because when I went to check on the Indeed website again, the internship wasn't there anymore, and I was like, great, I applied late, haven't got it, haven't even got the chance to have like an interview or anything, but wasn't really that bothered because, you know, I wasn't really set on getting an internship or set in going to marketing or any of that sort of thing. I was very relaxed about the whole process. But then I got an email in Easter saying, we like your application, would you like to have a Skype interview just to see, you know, what you kind of like and all that sort of thing. So I was like, okay, great. Had never had a Skype interview before in my life, terrifying. I don't know why I was so nervous about it, but it was something about it being like on Skype that made it scarier. I think it's because you can't read people's body and like their gestures, and I talk with my hands a lot, as you can probably tell from my videos. So I was incredibly nervous, but I was just like, yeah, do it. Had the interview. The interview was fine. It was kind of quite brief. They asked me what sort of stuff I did at university and what I did outside of my course, and if I'd be interested in working in their particular area. And I don't think I gave a particularly good response. I was so nervous, I literally just like word vomited everything and like rambled on, and I don't think they could get a word in edgeways. But at the end of the interview they said they were very interested in me, mainly because of the whole YouTube thing, and you know, that's such a blessing. Something that I do just for fun has then got me an internship, which is just amazing. So they said they were interested, and they said that they'd been in contact with the University of Exeter and that Exeter were okay for paying me for 4 weeks instead of 2. So it turns out I'd applied for the 2-week internship. That's kind of the application they'd receive, but they'd asked if Exeter could fund double that because they were interested in me and having me around, which is very flattering. Like, that's lovely. I was really chuffed about that. So that was all great. I was like, yep, would love to do 4 weeks, and I could fit in the 4 weeks from me finishing university and my graduation week. They fit in perfectly. So I was like, great, get double the amount of money. Fantastic, very happy. So I learned more about the money situation after that whole thing, because when I was applying I just knew that the salary was £300 a week. I didn't know where that money was coming from because it said something about you having to be from a particular university, and I was like, I don't get this. So the internship is funded by the university, which is why you have to be from a particular uni, because only some unis do it. So I definitely recommend, if you're graduating next year, to look if you have some sort of access to internship scheme, because I know Exeter does, and it means you can go and find yourself an internship if you want to, and they will fund it, or the place can find you and they'll fund it, if that makes sense. So in my situation, you know, the place found me and then the place contacted Exeter and they funded it. Don't know if that makes any sense. I think I'm rambling on quite a bit. The heat, the heat is getting to me. I can feel myself like speeding up as I talk. So yeah, I just got to the part where I was talking about how I got it. Got the internship, was very happy. I was just like, I was very surprised. I think the whole process was weird for me because I wasn't going into it to get an internship. So then to come out and have a 4-week internship once I'd finished uni was just like a bit strange for me. I was very excited. I was very nervous. My first day came around and I was so nervous. I was like, what do I wear? Like, what's the office going to be like? Is there going to be some sort of strict dress code? How many people are going to be in the office? All that sort of thing. I walked in on my first day and it was fine. It was a little bit strange because they're currently in the process of changing the business slightly and moving offices. So it was only actually 2 people that are working for the company, and I think before it had been maybe 6 people. So the person I'd been emailing didn't work there anymore and all that sort of thing. So it was a very small like team of people, and luckily me and this other girl were doing the internship at the same time. So I had someone around that was my age who I could like chat to and all that sort of thing, which made it, I think, a lot nicer and a lot less daunting. And then from that first day it was fine, honestly. And I am quite like an anxious person. I don't like new situations. It kind of really stresses me out, but I just kind of settled in really quickly and I was super comfortable. The people there are really nice and it was all fine. Like, I didn't dread going to work every morning, which is what I have found in some other jobs. It was a bit embarrassing. An ambulance just slowed down right in front of my house and I'm sat right at the front with a camera in the window, and they gave me a little bit of a look. I cannot remember for the life of me now what I was saying. But I kind of settled in and I found it enjoyable. The tasks really varied at my particular internship. So like I've mentioned, it was a marketing one. It was meant to be assisting someone else in marketing, but that person no longer works there. So it was kind of just doing it. You know, I was just kind of in charge of things quite quickly. I got given some really fun tasks like doing their Twitter. I've set up an Instagram for them, made some videos for them, like website stuff, all that kind of thing is what I'm doing. But then there's also a lot of database work where I'm just trailing through like LinkedIn and looking for people. I mean, that sort of thing is not going to be very relevant to any of you guys watching because obviously it's going to vary for whatever company you're working for, but the particular company I was working for was a recruitment firm, so a lot of my time was just spent looking for people or filling out stuff in a database, like very tedious, slow tasks, which aren't the most fun to do at all, but I was happy to do them because I also was getting quite fun tasks alongside it. So that was all fine. When I'm filming this right now, I've been here for 3 weeks. I've got 1 week left of that original 4-week internship to go, and I'm really enjoying it, like really enjoying it. I like the whole 9 to 5 kind of situation. I get an hour for lunch, which I can take whenever I want. I take in a packed lunch and I just go and sit outside to eat it, and it's just really relaxed. I'm not dreading it, which is what I have done in the past, and I'm just enjoying it there, which is nice. It's like such a nice situation to be in where you're actually like enjoying going to a place every morning, because if you're working 5 days a week, you kind of need to be going to a place that you enjoy going to. And also something exciting that has come from this is I'm actually now doing a longer internship than the 4-week one that we had planned. So I'm still going away for grad week. I've got a week there where I will be in Exeter, and then I'm coming back and I've got 12 more weeks where I'm going to be working for this company, which is just, it's very exciting. I'm going to be doing half weeks instead, so I'm technically doing like 6 weeks work but over 12 weeks, which is nice because it spreads it out. It means that I know I'm going to be doing something at least until like middle of October time, which is just nice, and it also gives me a little bit more free time to do what I want to do and maybe get another part-time job or something like that. And Exeter have said that they're happy to fund it, so that is all very lovely and I'm very happy to be doing that. But it has meant that I'm now doing the 10-week internship that I originally applied for, which is just a funny situation. So I will have worked for this company for 10 weeks, but it's going to be spread over a longer period of time. I know that a lot of internships, you go and you have the internship and then you get a job at that place after. So I would definitely recommend, if you're looking at internships, to look at places that you'd be really interested in working for, because there's definitely a high chance that you'll be offered a job there. I know from what I've heard and what my boss and stuff has said that a lot of people do get offered jobs after internships, so definitely keep that in mind. And I think that kind of covers my whole internship experience so far. Maybe I will do another one of these when I have completely finished it in October, because things might completely change. I might hate it by the end. I mean, hopefully I won't, but things might change. I might have more things to say. I might have things to say that I wouldn't say now because I'm still working there, if that makes sense. I mean, none of this is like untruthful, but I don't know if maybe I'm holding myself back from saying things because I'm still working there. I don't know, maybe I'll do an update in a few months' time and I will let you guys know how I got on with it all. I'm also happy to film another video all about internships if you'd be interested. Maybe if you have any specific questions or like advice you want about internships, leave them in a comment and I'll do a whole video on that. But I think for now that covers everything I wanted to cover in this video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!